Trust but verify, and an example of what that means based on the Battle of Los Angeles. Hey, welcome to Wolf's Watch. I'm Wolf, and two things to talk about today, really quick. It's Friday, so we're going to keep it as a 5-minute Friday. Have you heard of the Battle of Los Angeles? On this day in 1942, the Battle of Los Angeles was fought. It was a massive aerial assault. Guns were going off all night long. Anti-aircraft guns that were set in the mountains around the coastline of Southern California were going off, shooting over the ocean, over the city. People were firing rifles at what they saw in the sky. It was part of World War II. It was the Japanese attacking, except it never happened. The guns went off. A lot of ammunition was fired. There was a lot of turmoil in the city. There was even a car accident that, if memory serves me right, was fatal. I mean, there was pandemonium in the city of Los Angeles because of the Battle of Los Angeles being attacked from the air. But there was no attack that particular night. What happened? See, this is where trust but verify comes in very handy. A lot of times, especially in these turbulent times we have right now, there will be a lot of sciencey sounding things that may seem like, oh, okay, well, it's coming from a trusted source, but do they have all the facts? Is the underlying data, the underlying report that they're discussing really uh, bear out, really say what they're saying it says, for one thing, but does it really bear out and support what is being presented? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. My grandfather Edward was born in 1880, and he always said, don't believe anything you read and only trust half of what you see. And it's amazing that now 140 plus years, 143 years later, that's still true. Be careful with what you read and always ask, dig into it a little bit, see if even if it makes sense based on what's presented. What is the counter argument? What is the information that's really backing it up? And see if that really bears out. Here's why, the Battle of Los Angeles is kind of a fun example because it was a bad call, the wrong information. And this is what happens once people said, oh, we're under attack, panic ensues. Now they're shooting at anything that moves in the sky, right? Or that they think is there. There was a lot of stuff being shot at that was not even there. So how does that happen today? We've been talking a lot about AI, artificial intelligence, and there are a lot of reports about what it can do, some correct, some not. There are a lot of concerns about problems it can cause, some valid, perhaps some not. It's a conversation that needs to happen. You need to look at what does it really do for you, and I'm talking to you as a business owner. What does it really do for you to help you advance your business? For example, when Facebook really exploded, everybody that I knew was saying, you gotta be doing business on Facebook. You've got to be doing business on Facebook. Is your target market there? Does that work for you? And for what we were doing at the time, in my case personally, that wasn't where my target market was at. It was not an effective advertising channel for the projects we were running at that time. So it was not a place to be. The only way that we figured that out was by digging into the data, looking at what data was available, which Facebook was very, they say, hey, look, here's who's on Facebook, so that it's possible to reach your target market, run ads, paid ads, which they appreciate, to your target market. And we experimented with some ads, and we bore out and go, well, we think this might work. Does it? Not really our target market. So we did not go all in on that particular channel. There were other areas that were far more appropriate for what we're doing. So what's appropriate for what you're doing? In terms of artificial intelligence, how the tools that are becoming available, powerful that they are, helpful that they are, and this is just the start. This is just the start. 5 years from now, you're going to look back and go, man, that was some pretty weak tea. Yes, I just said weak tea. You're gonna look back and say, hey, that, compared to what you'll have and be able to use in 5 years, 6, 7 years, it will just absolutely make it look like we're on horseback and you're getting today, whereas you're taking a rocket to the moon 5, 7 years down the road. It's still about the application of technology. What's the appropriate application of the technology to what you're doing? How does it help you? How does it affect the skills that you need to hire in? Right? As you're recruiting people, now you need another skill, maybe, maybe not. You need to work with people that can help you figure that out. And we're going to be doing a series on that. And I'm watching the time here because I want to keep it 5-ish minutes because this is Friday. And the thing is, you need to figure that out. We're going to run a series on artificial intelligence. Got some industry experts that are going to be we're going to be doing interviews with. You want to catch those. You want to interact with that because this is this is 21st century television, live and interactive. Sorry, I am not an AI bot. Although I do play one on a sideshow. Hey, look. So this is enjoy the Battle of Los Angeles. Look it up. There's a lot of fun facts that go along with that. Have an awesome weekend, and thank you for being part of Wolf's Watch. I'm Wolf, and I will see you on the trail.